Thanks for staying with us and welcome to Newsline proper. He first appeared on Newsline 5 years ago due to his high level of patriotism and love for Nigeria. This time around, Tina Toro, who went on a sojourn to build local government area of Borno State, ran into him again and reports that his love for Nigeria keeps waxing stronger in spite of the odds, one might think.
Dibawandali, a native of Biu, was spotted few years back for his unique choice of colors, green, white, green, which symbolizes the Nigerian flag. It was a surprise to discover that everything about him carries the national colors, from his house to his cars, just about everything, as his place of business is not also spared, which paints him as one of the most patriotic Nigerians, and that has not changed.
The motivation is almost all over the place. The green land of Nigeria, the good people of the country, and a lot of other things.
His family has also been infected by the level of patriotism. What seemed strange at the beginning has now become a part of them.
For me, I think I feel excited. I feel excited. For us, it's an honor to grow up and see a dad that is being patriotic. It's really an honor.
Speaking on the state of the nation, Dibawandali believes in the future of the country, saying that Nigeria is going to be great again, but insists that the desired change must come first from every individual, describing the nation's growth and recovery as a collective responsibility.
Everybody has a role, quite all right. But when the people at the top refuse to do the right thing, the people at the bottom will not do the right thing.
Federal government's initiative on the new Charter for National Values he describes as a move in the right direction.
We should enact laws. I was watching your NTA program, was it yesterday, on live television in Katsina, one convocation of a school. Nigerian anthem was being sung, and people were busy going around in their paraphernalia, their graduation gown. And this is a Nigerian who was just graduating from university. And Nigerian anthem is being sung, and you are going around to look for a chair to sit down. Is that the orientation? If somebody is going to be sanctioned by this type of arrogancy, then people will sit up.
The neighbors have also been infected by his patriotic spirit and share in his sentiments. Though their houses are not painted in Nigeria's colors, their hearts are.
He inspires and motivates us greatly. I am a farmer. I farm maize. The green represents the vegetation, and the white represents the maize. He is a promoter of peaceful coexistence and always encourages the youth to be productive.
There is need for women to get up and empower themselves and be self-reliant. For the desired change to be achieved, every Nigerian must put in the work, for indeed change begins with us. However, yours truly could not resist taking a ride in one of the cars painted in national colors. Indeed, Nigeria is moving forward.
Thank you, Tina. He's a true Nigerian, and I call this true love, and we must all be intentional. Nigeria, a nation known for its diversity and resilience, stands tall amidst daunting challenges. As government at all levels strive to build a sustainable economy, a critical question emerges. How patriotic are Nigerians in the quest for national development? Tessie Umeri will tell us.
Patriotic to a one's nation is to believe absolutely in the success of that nation.
Fundamentally, let us be intentional about loving this country. Intentionality is key, and that is where true spirit of patriotism comes.
Why they carry 500 naira? Somebody say, in get 250, please, I should help him. When they say, please, I help him, because I'm the I'm the citizen of the country, of Nigeria. So I assist him so that make it not be stranded.
Try to find out, to know what our neighbors are doing. If you think they are not doing what they should do, you alert police. That way we can be patriotic.
These are a cross-section of Nigerian populace with their individual views on what patriotism means to them. Right or wrong, it is imperative that the task of nation building is a collective one that requires input of every citizen. Obedience to law and order, payment of taxes, respect to constituted authority and national symbols, as well as community efforts to complement government in service delivery are some of the indices one can measure level of citizens' patriotism to his or her country.
The level of patriotism in our people is actually very low, and that's because of the distrust. There has been this lack of trust for a very long time.
Nigerians to be patient, to be more patriotic, to look at government institutions or government infrastructure as Nigerian infrastructure, not just for government. It belongs to you and me.
We have obligations as Nigerians collectively from all walks of life to remember that we need to protect our environment.
Stakeholders also say there is need for more education on the proper usage of national symbols and cherished monuments.
They are singing national anthem. You should respect the anthem of your country. The national flag, sometimes when we're asked to put flags in our houses, some people leave the flags torn and worn out. That doesn't show that you really dignify the country.
Observers are saying that whatever the case is, patriotism to our country will bring out the best in the Nigerian project.
The truth is we only have one country. Our loyalty is key always, and that's because Nigeria is our own dear native land. To another issue of concern, the new media is an all-comers affair without regulations, with shades of content providers flooding the space. Rich contents, no doubt, attract traffic. In this report, Chinyere Fesi Okoye sought to know how unethical journalism can be checked, especially trending contents of falsehood cooked up by content providers for financial gains.
Analysts say there are limits to everything, and to them, a lot of content creators and skit makers are going beyond limits of common sense and confines of morality. And sadly, some of these pranks and content they add are no longer fun for the people.
There are what we call jokes gone too far, and they have legal, they have social and economic implications as well. For a fact that people want to go viral, they are seeking attention. Some of them need actual psychiatric evaluations for the kind of pranks that they create. They are not okay.
The original idea of creating content is to attain originality. But because of the money attached to it, people now go outside the region of that originality to create rubbish just for a clickbait, to attract clicks, to make money. That's just, for me, it's madness.
The aim of content creation seems to be defeated, as some of the content in recent times fall short of entertaining, informing, and educating the public. Rather, they are expensive, traumatic, and raises anxiety in the society.
What we are seeing today in Nigeria is something we cannot explain, where people fake a lot of things, where people create false content just to deceive people. I don't know what they want to achieve by that. Where you try to put a child in a bag, first, it's a form of abuse. So these are legal implications. Child abuse is involved. There's a criminal element of it.
I think a time will come where journalism has to be more regulated. I think it's also criminal. The law should also step in. If somebody does that kind of thing, you raise anxiety, you raise fear, then you say it's a prank. The person should be arrested and punished accordingly.
The general view remains that pranks and skits should go within the limits of common sense and moral values. They should be able to teach good lessons, hence the need for relevant authorities to regulate. what goes on social media space, especially in Nigeria.
Well, I strongly agree with some of the respondents. There should be regulation because some posts are really deceptive. Sometimes it's about the likes and subscriptions. Some content providers go as far as posting food recipes that the taste buds can't even, identify the flavors, not to talk of products or misleading information. So let's be careful, verify before liking, sharing, or subscribing. Our next story is on Hassana Mohammed Bono, a determined young woman who, despite living with physical disability, has demonstrated that limitations do not define one's potential. Hassana is currently pursuing a degree in biochemistry at the University of Maiduguri, proving that with resilience and determination, one can overcome any challenge. So, Ijakari Joseph, what's more do we need to know?
Born in 1998 alongside her twin brother, Hassana Mohammed Bunu entered the world physically fit, full of life and hope. However, life took an unexpected turn just a year later when a sudden illness robbed her of her ability to walk. As she grew, the wheelchair became her constant companion with an unbroken spirit amidst the limitation imposed by her physical condition. Hailed from Goza in southern part of Borno and raised in the city of Maiduguri, Hassana's life could have easily been defined by her challenges. Instead, she chose to carve out a path of success and resilience, determined to pursue her education, and today a Part 4 student of biochemistry at the University of Maiduguri. Academics alone did not define Hassana as she discovered a passion of makeup artistry, a skill that became both a creative outlet and a source of income for her, a field dominated by individuals without physical disabilities, mastering it with precision and care.
Not only in studying, but you have to achieve some skills that will help us in life. As I was trained and I'm become a makeup artist, during the weekends, I used to attend my dad's customers that I do makeup for them so that I will get more skills and also something that I can also help my life with.
Her unique skill set earned her a client from all walks of life, including government and non-governmental organizations, who now engage her services to train others in makeup artistry. Though faced with daily challenges navigating the campus, attending lectures and managing her business, Hassana's determination never wavered, using her talent to support herself financially through university, offering specialized outdoor makeup services.
Even though my lecture hall is upstairs, I manage, and because I don't want to give up, I continue doing it like this, because sometimes my colleagues too are also helping me navigate the stairs, and that's how they are carrying me. Sometimes if I'm late, I will just stay without attending the lecture because of the building infrastructure. It is upstairs. I will just wait. If they are done, they will come and brief me, but I prefer attending the lecture myself.
Our struggles in this very academic is beyond what I was expecting. Like, her physical inability do not discourage her from doing well in her academics.
More than a makeup artist, Hassana is a role model, proving that physical limitations do not define one's abilities, just as strength is not measured by physical ability, but by the determination to rise above challenges, both in biochemistry and in the world of beauty.
Disability is not inability.
All right, that's a very good story. And from her story, it means you do not have an excuse. Go after that goal, achieve it, and make an impact. Some people are just born with special talents that make them stand out. And Fatima Abdul Hamid is one of them. At 23, this young lady from Maiduguri speaks 10 foreign languages and dialects fluently. And she's not stopping there. Fatima hopes to use her gift to build a career that will benefit both her state and Nigeria. Abubakar Musa brings us the story of this amazing young woman who is turning her talent into a path for success.
to be here at the NTA channel today. Je vais honorer ici pour le journal NTA, that's French. Auparavant de l'administration mondiale, d'abord bien Abdul et donc espagnol Nigerian. J'ai Nigerian, moi je dis agité. J'ai bien envie de lire en JGD. Sans JD là, et j'ai non NTA channel. And that's Chinese. Oyalela, Ola, Daniel Mukitamosia, aussi à la master pour ici, les étudiants media, ETA, and that's Portuguese.
23-year-old Fatima Abdul Hamid speaking and interpreting 5 different foreign languages and dialects, a feat she describes as simple as ABC, an indigene of Jere local government area of Borno State and Shua Arab by tribe. Fatima took Newsline crew down memory lane.
I learned this from my dad. I grew up in Dubai with my dad, so he's actually a linguistic person. And I was actually kind of having a passion about learning the languages. And before you know it, it became an inspiration for me to, okay, let me just start learning languages to have fun. But by the time I knew it, it actually became a passion of mine.
As a graduate of Abuja University, Ms. Fatima challenged other fellow graduates like her, especially those who are unemployed, to explore their inborn skills and talents for self-reliance.
I've never got a limit of saying, I think this is too much for me. I always try to be insistent towards anything that I hear. I'm too intrusive that I want to learn anything that is good or not. I just want to learn what they are saying.
She was categorical about braving the series of challenges encountered outside Nigeria while learning the dialects and languages.
I faced a lot of challenges from people who did not want me to learn the languages, feeling like I'm an African person, to be precise, a Nigerian person who wouldn't go that far. I faced tribalism, which is called that way. I faced a lot of discriminations also. It even gave me the consistency to always find it through and try to learn it, whether they want it or not. I think this is my own dream to be who I want to be.
A strong message to youths generally resonated from the promising and innovative young lady, which of course is for them to always believe in themselves and endeavor to carve a niche in life despite all odds.
I feel like not everybody would understand that it's their passion to learn what they want to learn. You're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or anything. You just have to pursue it. You should not let people downgrade you or not trying to be who you are. And I think every woman or any lady should always say and do what she feels like is the right thing, as long as it is the right thing. Au revoir, je t'aime.
She has a great talent. And for those of you who still find it very difficult to speak your local dialects, Fatima has thrown the challenge. So what better way to speak a language? Of course you know. Let's pay some bills. Glad to know you're still there. The New Covenant Gospel Church has held its week-long Bible Alive Believers International Convention, popularly called BABIC, at the Peniel International Convention Center in Benin. Anwuli Okoli says the event, which comes up annually at the instance of Reverend Felix Omobude, helps members reflect and recharge their spiritual lives.
BABIC 2024 with the theme, The Incredible God. I declare it open.
All branches of the church marched across the hall, showcasing various tribes in the country. Special rendition by the wife of the General Overseer, Pastor Abdul Mobdi, and several guest artists set the convention aglow. church leaders from different denominations were present, including the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, who preached on the theme of the convention, the incredible God doing wonders without numbers.
Before you leave this place, you'll be shouting for joy.
Begin to thank him in advance. As long as you are alive, there is something good ahead of you. Hear me well. The devil can rock your boat, but he cannot sink your boat. Righteousness is a belief in God that what he has said, he's able to do it.
The General Overseer of the New Covenant Gospel Church, Reverend Felix Omobode, advised believers to walk before God in perfection to enjoy his incredible covenant blessings.
You must learn to hold the promise of God for your life. Because when you live here, the world has not changed. And you must learn to stand upon his incredible promises.
Some members expressed fulfillment with their participation in the convention.
It's an overwhelming program.
We are going home in the power of his might. Very, very great and wonderful.
30 undergraduates drawn from across tertiary institutions in Nigeria were beneficiaries of the church's annual scholarship awards. It is believed that the spiritual rejuvenation here will spur members to greater heights as they round off the year into a new year 2025.
You will be better than you are now. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy.
I'm sure they had a swell time amidst life-changing messages. Now, shareholders of First Bank of Nigeria, FBN Holdings PLC, have unanimously approved a total of 14.4 billion naira as dividends for the financial year ended December 31, 2023. The shareholders gave their approval at the company's 12th annual general meeting held virtually in Lagos. The bank also shaped its leadership structure with the endorsement of Adebowale Oyedeji as the new group managing director of FBN Holdings PLC. Diana Ajale reports.
We'll now proceed to read out
highlighting the importance of the 12th annual general meeting, Chairman, First Bank of Nigeria, FBN Holdings PLC, Femi Otedola represented, prescribed a smooth transition in leadership as a significant milestone. For the board of directors, it is to ensure continuity and drive sustainable growth for the organization and shareholders.
Going forward, the outlook is that it's very encouraging, and we expect that synergy within the group will bring further results that will be to the satisfaction of all shareholders.
The incoming group managing director was described by the shareholders as a professional with a track record in the financial sector. For them, it is time to steer the company towards achieving its long-term objectives while upholding its commitment to delivering value through them.
Interestingly, I'm coming at a time where we're about to embark on our new strategic planning program, and our aspirations is to retain our leadership #1 position in the Nigerian banking space. That's a journey we're embarking on. We're also embarking on a journey to get ourselves more in the face of our customers using our digital platforms, our branch network, and all of that. So the market should be ready for First Bank.
Other elected directors presented at the 12th AGM were Abiodun Fatade, non-executive director, Kofoworola Dosekun, independent non-executive director, Alimi Abdulrazak, independent non-executive director, Peter Aliogo, independent non-executive director.
Regulator came out with the fact that banks need to raise more capital. And it's an opportunity for us to secure the approval of the AGM to allow First Holdco to raise funds, for the subsidiaries.
And all the resolutions were carried. And we look forward to a new name that will be First Holdco, First Cap, First Insurance, First Insurance Broker, First Asset. So this will ensure that we align with our legacy of 130 years and over to show that we do not lose our identity of first. That is the whole idea.
Other issues deliberated upon at the 12th AGM include the decision to raise 350 billion naira through financial instruments and opportunities, such as public offerings, private placement, and rights issue in both local and international capital markets. In addition to the current 150 billion naira, as well as prudent use of the combined funds to strengthen the bank's financial position to better serve its customers and the society.
And from the banking sector, we move to the gaming industry. Regulators, operators, and key stakeholders in the gaming industry were engaged in brainstorming sessions to sanitize the industry to meet international best practices, provide sustainable solutions that can drive growth, and ensure protection of operators. And it is no longer business as usual for quacks to operate freely. Adeola Komiakere reports that these sessions, among other activities, were part of the 2024 All Gaming Stakeholders Forum in Lagos, organized by the National Lottery Regulatory Commission as part of efforts to restructure the industry and improve its revenue generation for the country.
While declaring open the conference, the Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Zephaniah Gisalu, urged operators to act as catalysts for revenue boost for the present administration.
Also to see how the charges on those people that are operating, and also to control the services, to control the engagement.
As a regulatory agency, the Director General, Larry Gbajabiamila, said the conference is a testament of the agency's commitment to transparency, accountability, and stakeholders' engagement, and that now is the time for all to get a better understanding of the gaming industry, make it more credible, address the challenges for regulators and operators to have a safe operating environment, and most especially improve revenue generation.
But until we have a proper data to access and know what comes in and what's going on in terms of numbers, then we can safely say the industry is what so. But until then, we cannot. And the only way we can do that is to what I've been conveying for, is to have our central monitoring system in place. The central monitoring system helps us to have all the operators connect to the platform, to the system, and we're able to see real-time online transactions. We're able to regulate responsible gaming. We're even able to see the revenues from remote gaming operators that are outside the shores of Nigeria.
For those hiding behind the cloak of the industry to engage in shady deals, hear the Director General.
There's no hiding place for that. And then we also have a volatile monitoring and enforcement department at the Lottery Commission.
Discussions centered around advertising, cybersecurity, frame-up, money laundering, and counter-terrorism financing, as well as the Lottery Trust Fund.
The gaming operator operates within the space of advertising. They need advertising to push out their communication and messages.
With the cooperation of the stakeholders gathered here, by making sure that the remittances that is due to government is paid as at when due, so that we can do more for the good people of this country.
The National Lottery Regulatory Commission was established by the National Lottery Act of 2005.
Thank you, Adeola. It was a historic and joyful moment for the sets of 1994 to 2003 graduates of the College of Education, Zing, in Taraba State, following their combined convocation held 20 years after graduation. Godwin Inailegu reports that the convocation held at the institution's Convocation Square and attended by the State Governor, Abu Kefes, friends and well-wishers from across the country to witness the celebration for the set of 1994 to 2023.
This was the procession by graduates and academic board led by Student Affairs and Academic Secretary to the Convocation Square, the College of Education, formerly known as Advanced Teachers College, Jalingo, by Decree Number 3 of 1978, empowers the college to grant Nigeria's certificate in education through the Constitution of the Assembly as convocation.
I hereby call the following deans to present their graduates for the award of NCE certificate.
19,700 graduates found worthy both in character and learning for the award of Nigeria's Certificate in Education, NCE. In a valedictory address on behalf of the graduates, the Taraba State Chairman of the Nigeria Union of Journalists thanked God for making the event possible.
It summarily ended with NCE certificates in our hands and big dreams in our hearts. It is not just about the NCE certificates we obtain, but the others' journey taken to reach the event.
The provost of the college, Professor Ejika Sambu, commended Governor Agbukefas for his steadfastness by ensuring that the programs are accredited and for granting the college a center for training of teachers.
We have the manpower. We have over 110 master's holders. And then we have less than 70 that have PhD. So with this, we are qualified to teach, we are qualified to produce quality teachers.
Governor Agbukefas, who was the visitor to the college, congratulated the graduates for their hard work and resilience and affirmed his commitment to continued quality education.
As you step forward, I urge you to carry with you a spirit of service. Remember, the essence of true success lies not only in personal achievement but in the positive impact that you make on the life of others.
He also granted approval for all tertiary institutions in the state to hold their convocation yearly and the college as the center to train teachers. The governor later commissioned some projects executed by the college, one of which has been named after him, as well as former governors of the state, Reverend Joli Nyame, Baba Sunte, amongst others. A convocation lecture by Professor Saleh Omar of the Federal University of Kashiri, Gombe State, preceded the combined convocation ceremony of the 1994 to 2024 sets of graduates of the college.
Congratulations to the graduates. Now let's take another break, and when we return, a wedding beyond political lines at Kano Palace. Stay with us. You're still watching Newsline. Clocking age 90, strong and healthy, not an easy feat, especially when the average life expectancy of a Nigerian is put around 53. This is why friends, family and colleagues rolled out the drums to celebrate a worthy civil servant and dedicated woman of God, Mama Sarah Alabi, who just turned 90. Curious to find out how she was celebrated, Diana Ajala witnessed it all for Newsline in our reports.
Gorgeously dressed, full of smiles, and ready for the day's event, Mama Sarah Omolola Alabi, fondly called Queen, left nothing to chance to make her day memorable. Indeed, 90 years is worth celebrating. Looking young and healthy, what is the secret behind Mama's look and energy?
Only the grace of God can make you old or make you young.
Can you tell us some of the food that keep you this?
I eat eba. I eat lafu. I eat amala bado, amala dudu. I eat all sorts of food and vegetables. That's all.
In-laws and former colleagues of the celebrant from the Ministry of Labour could not hide their joy.
God will continue to give you good. And you see your children grandchildren.
And it's good to be good. I never knew we could even mix after living this island. I call her my queen. She is a very lucky woman.
Director General, Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos, represented, has these kind birthday wishes for the celebrant.
More good health, more life, and I'm sure all of us will gather here to celebrate her at 100 by God's grace.
The birthday girl, flounced by children, grandchildren, and more.
I'm overwhelmed. I thank God Almighty to having a mother like this. I wouldn't be who I am today if not for my mom.
We are so grateful to God that my mother
held 90th birthday in good health, and also without walking stick. That is what you call grace.
Listen to more.
90 and very young. I'm very surprised. She's lived a good life, and the good life is a testament that she has good children.
I wish her many happy returns of the day in good health in Jesus' name.
The live band, on top of their game, added more spice to the celebration. Known for being an industrious woman, prayer warrior, this dance step by the celebrant shows her appreciation to God for her success story and the gift of life.
Congratulations to Mama Sarah. May her days be long in good health. In a display of unity and political solidarity, Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima joined politicians from across the country at the Kano Palace for the wedding of the son of a renowned business mogul, Dahiru Magal, and daughter of the 2023 presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Aminu Umar reports that the Vice President, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and other esteemed guests from various walks of life underscored the significance of the moment, emphasizing the need to build bridges across political and social divides.
Emir Muhammad Sunusi II came to the palace on this August Saturday, not for usual court sitting, but to signal the commencement of an engagement at the palace. At the airport, Governor Abdul Yusuf of Kano State, alongside other government functionaries, received Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima and led him to the palace for the wedding Fatiha. Joined by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former and serving governors, senators, royal fathers and members of the business community, the Vice President sought the marriage of Aisha Rabiu Kwankwaso on behalf of Fahad Dahiru Mangal from her guardian, Governor Abdul Yusuf, after payment of 1 million naira as dowry, officiated by the Chief Imam of Kano, Professor Sani Zaharaddin. The guests were treated to a reception that served as an avenue for political plus and minuses and solidarity, as former President Olusegun Obasanjo and many governors of 1999 political class alongside former and serving ministers and legislators were all in attendance.
A bit sad when you marry out your daughter. It's happiness, same time you believe that, oh, you are also losing someone to another person, but we give thanks.
This has not been a wedding, it has been a carnival, because people have been trooping around, dancing and jollificating.
We are excited. We've seen a lot of friends we've not seen in a long time.
We want to seize this opportunity to appreciate all of you and to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward you abundantly.
I thank you for coming, and I appreciate each and every one of you, because I know how difficult it is to travel today in this country.
Earlier, the guests were hosted to a banquet which served as a reunion of political gladiators that were or are still in the corridors of power, and had in attendance former governors of Bauchi, Kwara and Benue, Kano State Governor Abdul Yusuf and members of his cabinet, religious leaders and diplomats that came to share in the journey of the couple's family, which ushered them into a new phase of life.
First of all, I want to congratulate the grooms for having Dr. Aisha as his wife.
Okay, I wish them a happy, everlasting marriage. I wish them a wonderful and everlasting marriage life.
There should be patience, tolerance, trust, and love beyond all circumstances.
The couple appreciated God and those who attended for making their union unique.
I will treat her
according to Islamic rites. That's all I can say.
Indeed, the weddings of 2024 will not be complete without mentioning the grand celebration of Fahad Mangal and Aisha Konkoso that brought the ancient city of Kano to a standstill.
Love is a beautiful thing. Congratulations to the couple. We wish them a blissful marriage. Now let's take our last break. And we'll draw the curtain tonight. It's a date next week. Keep the flag flying. Be patriotic. Be nice. Life is fun. And remember, the Hamatan is here. I'm Elizabeth Omori. Stay warm.